And welcome everybody to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. This is a live streaming video podcast by Star Wars fans for Star Wars fans. And today we're going to be continuing our episodic review of Star Wars Andor with Season 2, Episode 2, Sagrona Teema.
I liked that he was using the Chandrila language when he was talking about like the ritualistic, sort of marriage. It kind of reminded me of like Yiddish or something whenever you're
Mhm.
dealing with like a Jewish, ritual or something. Um, Clearly, I know what I'm talking about. I like that he was like explaining it and then using the native language for it, and it just added a depth that I never thought about what Chandrila culture would be like, and being able to step into this world and really experience it and feel like it's an authentic thing was exciting as a Star Wars fan. Did it land for you?
Um, if it would have been anybody but him, I realized that's what my problem was. So first viewing this episode and the next one, I fucking did not like.
Oh wow.
Like specifically, my final note on this episode from the first viewing was that wasn't very good. And I realized it's just him. Like he plays such an excellent bad guy that I just buy every second of it, and I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really cool to get that because yeah, that's one of those things you never really think about is like especially for someone like me, like the majority of my experience with Star Wars is reading,
Hmm.
and they'll allude to different languages, different customs, all that stuff. But of course, you're reading it in English because you're fucking English speaker. So
Right.
um, it's nice to instead of having it allude to something like that, like actually getting that aspect of it.
Yeah. I mean, I speak Gulf of American, but that's just me, because I'm a
Yeah,
patriot
yeah.
like you.
Goddamn patriot.
You know what? I had a dream, totally off topic, if you don't mind taking a quick deviation.
Oh, let's fucking do this.
I had a dream. This is it's not like Martin Luther King Jr. or anything. I had a dream. I just had a dream that I was pulled over by the cops. They asked me for my ID, which you give to the police, except this time they took it. They went back to their car and they came back and they said, "We have confiscated your ID because you didn't vote for a Republican in the last election." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like losing my mind screaming at this cop, and then they like started to get out of their car to like actually physically arrest me for causing a disturbance because they took my ID because I didn't vote for the douchebag in chief. And I was like, I woke up shocked, like, that could actually happen. That's happened for citizens already, except they were
Yeah.
fucking deported. That could happen in our life. Like
Um,
we are there.
that could happen in the coming months. Like Chris is saying, in the next 6 months, that's a thing that can happen if this big beautiful bill goes through.
It's stunning
It's
that's the world we live in.
terrifying.
I've
Yeah,
never thought in my life. I was like, this is America. We will never be in a situation like this. And yet, here we are. I'm
right.
just fucking blown away. And every one of you douchebags that still support look, I get it. The Democrats have not done much of anything for you. And I don't blame you for not wanting to vote for them. I don't. But fuck me, this guy's ruining our goddamn country. If
Mhm.
you are still siding with this fuck ass, you are a piece of shit and
Right.
un-American to your core. That's all
That
it could possibly be.
that's my biggest problem. It's like it's bad enough if you voted for him. Whatever, that's your prerogative. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if you still at this point with gas prices skyrocketing, with grocery prices skyrocketing, with tariffs being laid on to us, like if you're
and
still
the
supporting the
human
fucking
rights
asshat,
abuses,
no, I'm just going based off of the
the
shit
economy
that
and stuff. Yeah.
the reason they voted for him
Right.
because gas was going to be $1, groceries were going to be affordable, like the stupid fucking things that day one he was going to do that he didn't do. Yeah, if you're still fucking siding with that guy, you are a cunt. You are a fucking traitor to this goddamn constitution, because that motherfucker is a traitor to the constitution.
100%. I would say he was a traitor, but he's never actually read it, clearly. So how can you be a traitor to
No,
something you
I
don't?
would say he's a fucking traitor because he has taken the oath of office not once
That's
but
true.
twice.
That's true. No
And that
excuses.
is one of the main things, is to uphold the fucking United States Constitution.
Yep. Yep. All right.
So,
Sorry, that was just
yeah.
a dream I had, and it really shook me,
Yeah, no,
especially
that's
because it's
understandable.
fucking prescient. All right. So,
Mhm.
yeah, Andor, this first act, the first 3-story act, is the weakest of all of them in this second season.
Mhm.
I
I
still
agree.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Chandrila aspects of it more than I enjoyed the weird like militia aspect of it. But
I
what do you
I
think?
liked that aspect just because of the fact that it's like he has been there. He knows better than them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's even along the time, like he's sitting there fucking chained up to the damn tie and like, hey, it's not gonna rain forever. You guys should grab that tarp and get some water. Like, I know what the fuck is going on. You should probably listen to me. And that was the part that I was giggling about.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't great, but it was amusing.
Do you think? Because I'm trying to wrap my head around why they showed that. Like, why? And I think it's because we're trying to portray this fledgling rebellion into the full blown rebellion that we get, at the end of Rogue One, which this is just a prequel to Rogue One. And so at
Mhm.
the end of Rogue One, we jump into A New Hope, and that's the full rebellion. Everyone's on board doing the same thing with the same focus. But we're not there yet. And so I really think the reason why we're doing this and showing these sort of like jackassy militants is because that's what we talked a little bit about this last time we reviewed the last episode. That's kind of what they are right now. They're just like a bunch of jackasses doing their thing and they get stranded and they just turn into like, what is that story? I have it in my bookshelf here. Of the boys get stranded and then like start like killing each other. Oh my
Um,
gosh. Oh my,
yeah.
they made a movie out of it. Children of Sweet Hell. It'll come to me. He has the conch, little chubby guy.
Oh my
Kid.
God.
They're all little kids. Damn it. Damn it.
Yeah.
I read the book.
I
I've reviewed
yeah.
it. I've watched the film. I love it. It'll come to me. Anyway, they're kind of like that. They just sort of degenerate. Um, and I like it, and it's real, and it would happen. And if you don't have like a firm chain of
Lord of the
command,
Flies?
Lord of the Flies. Thank you so much.
Okay, there we go. I was
Oh.
right there on the I knew it was there.
First of all, if you haven't seen Lord of the Flies in a long time, it's been too long. Go watch it. It's so good. And if you've never read the book, do it. It's not long. It's a little novella. It's worth it. It's so good.
Especially because it's a banned book. Everybody should read banned books.
What?
Yeah, Lord of the Flies is a banned book.
Who banned it? Where?
Our governments, in
What?
schools, in some libraries.
It's banned in our country? Books?
Yeah, yeah.
Lord of the Flies is banned in our country. The
Mhm.
United States of America.
So it's when I say banned, I'm talking specifically of like certain libraries don't cover, carry it, and
Library.
school libraries definitely don't carry it.
I don't understand that at all.
Well, there's a great documentary. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh yeah, World War II, specifically the Nazi section. That's where we're going, and that's where we've been going.
Documentary.
Yeah, it's so yeah,
Fuck
that's
me.
where we're headed.
All of the men that raised me who suffered and died in World War II, Korean conflicts, Vietnam, have to be turning in their graves right now.
Yeah, right. That's the shit that gets me. Like, and I know we're going off on shit that we shouldn't be, but I don't give a fuck.
It does
Like
relate to the Empire, so
people. Well, I mean, that is true. That is very true. It's like these people are fucking Nazis in a literal sense. Like they are all for being, yep, I'm a Nazi now. Cool.
Mhm.
We fought those motherfuckers. We are Americans. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand why it's okay. Like, you are one of the most un-American motherfuckers there are. So don't you fucking, raise the fucking Yankee swastika and then right underneath it the actual swastika. You fucking cunts.
Yeah. Yeah. And we get a little bit of a precursor of that very vividly when we go to that sort of wheat planet. We'll say the Zack Snyder world done in the
Yeah,
proper Star Wars way.
that was the first thing that hit me is like, oh, they're talking shit on Zack Snyder. They're like, oh, this is how you do it, because that's how you fucking do it.
For sure. But
Yeah.
also super Nazi imperial guy coming in and doing creepy shit. Like, hey,
Yeah, 100%.
you want to go with me to go experience this other town? She's like, oh, my husband. Is he off world? Because we cut down all communication. Like,
Yeah, God, so
okay, rapist, date rapist. And of course, that's preluding the next episode. But yeah, it felt every Nazi film that's ever been made about Nazi Germany and neighbors turning against neighbors and the Jewish experience in Nazi Germany. This is that to a T, intentionally so, and it feels so real that. And again, I have to, because we are in this weird place in our country, contextualize it as like an ICE agent just creeping, thinking they can get away with it. Like, that is the world we live in, for fuck's sake. Does no one, like, can we just open our eyes for a half a second and realize how fucking different our country is right this second than it was a year ago? Like, fuck.
Not even 4 months ago.
Yeah. I mean, god damn it.
Yeah, it's just insane to me.
All right, I gotta try to focus on this story here.
All right, so I'll get back to one of my notes.
Yeah.
And it's grown on me since then, so let me just preface it with that. But one of my notes was like, it's like they're not even trying with droid design anymore. Like that one that looked all weird and blocky, but
the
it was like,
stuttering
what the
one?
fuck is that? What's no, not the stuttering one. The stuttering one's cool as shit. I love that one. No, the other one that was at the Zack Snyder planet. It was like the tall version of him, but not articulate at all. It's like, what the fuck good is that going to do in a weak planet? But now it's grown on me. I wanted to hate it so much.
I feel like, yeah, like I'm good with any droid. I don't care the droid design. Like, they're always cool. Like, just, you know, all the species in the universe, you know, they're all going to see creating a automaton creature in a different way. And so I forgive like the super weird and seemingly lazy designs, because they're not all created by human beings. At least I'm assuming. You know, I'm assuming every culture has gotten to the point where they create their own droids, and they're all going to look a little bit different and operate a little bit different based on the function and what they prioritize in that culture. One of the things I really loved about Thrawn is it opened up the idea of culture amid the different species we saw, because really our experience was, you know, Luke Skywalker walks into the cantina in Mos Eisley and we see a bunch of different species, totally out of context. We don't know anything about them. We're just like, ooh, they look cool, you know. And in my head, it's like, oh, they're monsters because they're aliens. They're just, you know, and literally some of them were like werewolf man and devil man, and you know, they're monsters. But what Star Wars has done such a great job of since then is contextualizing culture amid these species and giving them their own semblance of well, I'm a fucking idiot, of culture. And so being and having a character like Thrawn learn about them through their art then makes me think, oh, well, then droid design is a function of that, because all design stems from art in the first place. It's industrial design. And so, yeah, it's a result of the need, the focus on aesthetics, that individual culture that designed it. And I love the complexity of that. It's beautiful. And we see it amidst our own different cultures on our planet. You know, I mean, German design versus Swedish design versus American design. Like, we all have a slightly different take on things. And it's up to you on whatever you resonate with, whether you like it more or less. But that's what I love about our species and how Star Wars sort of parrots that, you know? So that was a long way of saying that, yeah, I don't mind that stuff. But like,
much more articulate than me.
That is like that's what I love about this as a grown adult watching Star Wars, is that we get this show that is an adult version of what I grew up with as a little child watching on VHS on a little fuzzy screen over and over again, you know? Like, I can't imagine a better interpretation of what Star Wars would be for an adult, like it was for me as a kid. Like, what story beats need to be evolved for the adult audience? What stakes need to be raised for the adult audience? How do we contextualize it and tell a story that engages an adult audience? And they fucking hit every single line item. Amazingly. I just,
Mm-hmm.
and there's still people who claim to be Star Wars fans that haven't watched this. And it blows my
Dude,
mind. You're missing out.
I fucking yell at people like that so often. It's like, look, I get it. I understand being jaded by Disney's Star Wars. Like, a lot of it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is not. This
Mm-hmm.
is one of the greatest things on television.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's
And it
rough.
just so happens to be Star Wars.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Chris wants Tony Gilroy to bring the Droid Rebellion. Oh, the Droid. Yeah, the Droid Gotcha storyline.
Dude,
Would be scary good.
I want that. And the thing is, it's like that doesn't even have to necessarily be on any specific timeline.
Yeah.
There's so much they could do with it, and it'd be so good.
Yeah. Would you rather like a movie, a trilogy, or a series of that?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I could see something like that work in Clone Wars style.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that'd be fantastic. But like an actual proper movie, I don't know. There's just something so magical about that. Like being in a theater, you got your fucking popcorn. The sound is way too loud. The screen's way too big. Like, there's just something about watching shit that way that I prefer over everything. So, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the story they would tell, because they wouldn't be able to get Billy D. Williams and Harrison Ford to do the last shot version of the Droid
Mhm.
Gotcha, which is my own experience with it. And so I loved it so much that way. So I would,
But they could get a homeboy from Solo and Donald Glover.
which
And
would
I would
be
eat that shit.
amazing.
Yeah, that would
be awesome.
that'd be so perfect.
People would bitch and whine, but fuck them.
Yeah, they can all suck my dick.
Yeah. One at a time. I just think
Let's streamline it just all at the same time.
just to see what happens. I don't have that much time in the day.
Exactly. It's not like it takes long anyway. Yeah,
Most people will just be standing there appreciating that they were last in line.
right. I didn't realize they made them that small.
Oh, jeez. No, I love the fact that like, they could tell, like, I can't remember who it was in the last shot storyline, but there was a guy who actually got his limb cut off and then a droid piece attached, and they were trying to make human beings into droids or something like that. It's been a while since I've read it, so bear with me here.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
But it was scary, and it could be taken into like a suspense or a horror direction as far as storytelling, and you could really dive into the psychology of what it means to be a human and what it means to be a droid, and how those two things mix when you start mixing like this sort of techno reality. It could be really interesting storytelling, especially now in our AI age, where we're constantly faced with people losing their jobs to technology, and technology advancing at such a rapid pace that is being implemented and overtaking us. I think it would resonate nowadays, and I think it's something that could be explored.
Well, quite frankly, that could be a good way to make up for creating mods.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
that was one of the most egregious things they've done thus far.
100%. Yeah. Ugh.
And it's coming from a fucking scooterist. Like,
A
I should have
scooterist.
loved that shit. Fuck yeah, man.
I'm a scooterist.
Fucking. You can see it.
Are you showing us your fourth nipple? Oh,
No.
okay. Not third, fourth.
Yeah, fourth. No, I
He's
mean, nobody gets to
basically
see
like
the
a
third.
cat.
Yeah. Yeah, my
No.
penis is like up inside too, so very similar to a cat.
So weird. Chris loves that there's no exposition, no lightsabers, no childish language. It's just epic storytelling. Yeah,
Yeah.
and devastating and questionable. You know, morally questionable every action. I mean, when Mon Mothma's having the conversation with her banker, and he's basically like, look, I'm going to extort you, and you're going to pay me. And she is freaking the fuck out. And she's like, we'll find a number. Let's just get through this weekend, and we'll find a number for, this will be okay. And then Luthen's like, we have to handle this. You know what that means. And she's like, no, we will find a number. She is trying so desperately hard to hang on to her sense of morality in a situation and in a galaxy that you can't if you want to survive. It's
Yeah.
so amazing because I, again, feel like it's prescient. I won't go into it, but just it feels so real is all.
Mhm.
I love it so much. And I love the whole wedding situation of this is, Chandrilla weddings or Chandrilla weddings are like 3-day experiences. And like you have to like pace yourself in consumption because it's such an ordeal that you have to go through.
Yeah.
And the way they present it, it hasn't been done this way in so long. It's refreshing that they're going back to it and re-experiencing this seemingly forgotten rite or experience for their people. And that again just adds that semblance of culture that was never there before, wholly made up. Let's talk about the oh shit, what is their name? The evil guys, the bad guys, Cyril and what's her name?
Dedra.
Thank you. So Dedra is like, I don't want to go to this place, and he's like, look, you've been told you're going to go, so that's what's going to happen. Just make it into a win. And she shows up at Cyril's house, and we don't know what they're talking about yet, but ultimately it's Cyril's mom is going to be coming into town. He didn't want to do the dinner, and so he's like, can we just pretend you didn't show up so that we don't have to have the dinner with my mom? And she's like, we put it off too long. Their relationship, do you buy it? Do you believe their relationship?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, that is a straight up like dom and sub relationship between those two. Like, it's real.
I feel like we mentioned it last season. I would totally watch them fuck. It would be weird.
Yeah, there'd be no pleasure in it.
Right,
It'd be a
right.
purely utilitarian task, but yeah, I'd watch it too.
It's got to be weird.
Like, I feel like she would just be angry the whole time, and he would be crying the whole time. So it's like when somebody falls and scrapes their knee and starts crying. Like, you don't want to watch them cry,
Right.
but you feel obligated to watch them cry.
That's so funny. Yeah, it would be just a horror show, and I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's like a car wreck. You can't turn away. You're seeing like
Yeah.
blood and body parts, and you're just like, wow. I have to take this in for a second. That's what it would be like. You just be like, wow.
I believe it.
Totally be into it. Geez, mate, what if you just found like you were like totally into something new, by watching them go at it? I mean, it'd be weird. It'd be cool. Knowing where she ends up and where they both end up and stuff also completely changes my perspective of their connection here.
Mhm.
I do believe their relationship, and everyone's relationship is so weird and different and so personalized to them, that it's, from the outside, everything's a little bit odd. They're a special breed of odd, but I really like that it's a thing because they're monsters in a monstrous machine, and they don't see themselves that way. They really think that they're doing the right thing. They're doing good. Even though they're monstrous. Oh,
well, and that's always the sign of an excellent villain is one that believes they're doing right.
Yeah.
And that's why they work so fucking well.
Hell yeah. And that's really the third part, that's sort of the C story of this whole series that we're getting is the rebellions. We're getting the people trying to just exist and aid, and we're getting the Empire. And just seeing the convoluted experience of all of it together is frustrating and uncomfortable and awkward, but beautiful in all of that chaos because it's Star Wars, like we know where it came from. We know where it's going. We've never seen this side of it, not in this way. And it's just so weird and fresh, but it's harkening back to the 70s of our lives. It's so weird. I don't know. I love this show. I like this episode. Yeah. It's not my favorite, but I appreciated it for what it was. Did you have like a favorite moment in this episode?
The rock, paper, scissors, that caught me off guard.
And they were into it.
They were really into it. Like, man, I've been there before. Like, if you feel like it's life or death if you win or lose on this shit. It was just so out of left field that I hated it at first, and then the second time watching it, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, this is fantastic.
I think my favorite part was the monster coming just through the screen, just taking a dude out. And everyone's like freaking out.
That was pretty fucking funny.
Like out of nowhere. We never saw him again. It was just one monster. They alluded to the monster being there, but and that was it. That was the end of the story, because right after that, Pedro got in the ship and just Diego Luna. Damn it.
He's right here, not on the screen.
Cassian will say, Andor got in the ship and flew away. But I just love the rando monster running through, taking a dude out. I just like, fucking yeah, that's awesome. These douchebags deserve it.
Good shit. 100%.
Least favorite part.
I mean, it's fucking Mon Mothma's husband. And again, that's the thing. Like, he's doing his job. Like, he is so believable as that character that I fucking hate him. Like, when he is on screen, my guts just curdle because I want to punch the motherfucker. He's so good.
Yeah.
Just like, anytime he opens his mouth, it's like, you are one of the best and worst parts of this fucking show.
He is budget bizarro Tom Cruise from Last Samurai. Like,
I'll have to take your word on that. I never saw that one.
I love that film.
I can't take Tom Cruise seriously, man. All I see is him running away from his gay thoughts at just every movie. So
aren't we all?
No, some of us embrace him. God damn it!
I'm sorry. I'm projecting. Dude, Last Samurai, because you're immersed in Japanese culture, like the end of the samurai era, it's so beautiful, and it's all shot in Japan, and it's just beautiful. Anyway,
it's what I've been meaning to watch, but
disgusting way of doing it. We should do that for a movie night on my next movie night. Last Samurai.
Done.
Cool.
Done.
All right. Yeah, we actually watch things other than Star Wars.
We do. We do.
Anything else you wanted to cover with this?
No. I mean, I just had a lot of nitpicking things about the costuming.
Like what?
Just being a purist. So the hats are like the stitching for the brim. They're a little off.
The Imperial hats?
The fuck. I mean, that's all I could see.
Oh, really?
And then the belt boxes are horrible compared to like the OG belt boxes. It is stupid shit that douchebags like me that are obsessed with the costuming aspect of this pay attention to. But
right.
Other than that, no, it was like I said. The second viewing, I really enjoyed this. I guess I was just being a poopy pants the first time I watched it because I fucking hated it. So definitely excited for the next one.
Poopy pants. Yeah, and again, this first 3-story arc is my least favorite, or 3-episode arc is my least favorite of all of them, and they do ramp up, but I still
immediately at 4.
yeah, for sure. I still like this a lot. It's just fun, revisiting it and seeing it for what it is. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in live or in chat or after the fact. Great seeing you, Chris, Shauna. Never seen you before, but nice to see you in chat. We invite you to subscribe to this channel. Click the bell to get notified about our next video. You can now support this channel through YouTube memberships starting at 99 cents a month. So you either feed hungry Africans or us.
Exactly. We're hungry too sometimes.
I get hungry. Consider picking up some of our custom designed Star Wars apparel as well, following the links in the description below. So, until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, my fellow scruffy looking Nerf Herders, may the Force be with you.
Sagrona Teema Salome. Oh, wait.
I feel like you said that right.
Damn it. I did. Surprisingly enough. I thought I was going to fuck it up.
Shalom.
Hey. No, wait. God damn it.
It's the Jewish shalom.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.